All right, it is 6:30 on June 23rd. I'd like to call to order of the Vernon Hills Park District regular board meeting. Roll call, please. Nice.
Commissioner Kessler.
Here.
Commissioner Robbins.
Here.
Commissioner Mullane. Commissioner Blue.
Present.
President Dorhofer.
Present. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The first item on the agenda this evening is the omnibus vote agenda. Items on under the omnibus vote agenda are considered routine and/or non-controversial and will be approved by one motion. If a separate vote on any one item is desired, it will be pulled from the omnibus vote agenda and voted on separately. Items included in the omnibus vote agenda for this evening are the minutes of the regular board meeting dated May 26, 2016, minutes of the closed session board meeting, May 26, 2016, payables and payroll minus Granger through June 23, 2016 in the amount of $1,546,913.56. Could I have a motion to approve the omnibus vote agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Kessler.
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Commissioner Blue.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes, next item on the agenda is the welcome to visitors and guests. We actually have some people in attendance this evening since we are here at beautiful Deer Path Park, getting ready for the opening of Kids Castle coming up in about 2 weeks. Is there anybody that'd like to address the board? See no great rush to the podium.
Definitely.
We'll move on to the financial reports for the period ending May 31st, 2016. Marla, they're on file. Any changes? Very good. Next item on the...
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do we approve these financial reports as of May 31st, or we've already done that? Or the reason I'm saying is it's the year end, and I know we're probably going to have some changes in the report.
Right, I would say more when the audit comes
Right.
and the board accepts the audit, because right now it would be hard to accept something that isn't complete.
Yeah,
That's
it's not
gonna
complete.
change.
Yeah.
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 So once the audit's done, we'll approve the audit, which completes. Next item on the agenda is the Executive Director, Jeff Ogerow.
Thank you. So just a few items. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. As President Dorhofer mentioned, we have a scheduled ribbon cutting ceremony for Kids Castle, which is the playground just directly behind us to the south. We're doing that at 3:30 p.m. on Sunday, July 10th. So there'll be some information that'll be coming out. You'll see our board and some volunteers in our local parade that'll be distributing some information on that as well. We have a volunteer day this Saturday, June 25th. That'll start at 8 a.m. Amy Lamberti, I don't know if Amy's still here. Right? There's Amy. Is coordinating that effort with the community volunteers. And so you can contact Amy through our website, vhparkdistrict.org, and there's information available for Amy's contact. And if you're interested in helping out, she can get in touch with you and make some assignment for you that morning. But if you want to just show up, you're welcome to do that as well. Again, 8 a.m. We'll probably complete Saturday by 1 in the afternoon, because it's supposed to be a pretty hot day. Whole business you've got tonight, President Dorhofer, about committee assignments that we'll address. Our Sullivan Center, the second phase of that bid opening is scheduled for the 28th of this month. And that's mostly all the interior work that we're bidding out. Things are progressing well with the preschool wing, which is the priority at this point to get that done. If you've been by the site, they've started some excavation on the gymnasium at the north end as well. And so far, it's been a lot of logistical challenges with a lot of people, camps and all the different users of the facility, but things are going very well on that. Lastly, just July 4th coming up for the board's benefit. We have our bubble machine intact, and we're going to get it a week in advance, so we'll make sure we test it out appropriately. And for those of you who are going to be along the parade route, you'll see our commissioners here and we've got some great surprises for you along the route. So we also have finally on the agenda tonight the annual prevailing wage ordinance that has to be adopted per the statute for the county and the state. That would conclude my report. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Jeff? Thank you, Jeff. Next up, Finance and HR Superintendent, Marla Panero.
Evening. I have for you tonight some of our financial highlights for the fiscal year ending May of 2016, and I will just say overall it was a very healthy financial year for the Park District, covered all of our expenses and had a small surplus. We have also received all of our bond proceeds from our recent bond issue, 2016A, and these proceeds will be used for our improvements at the Sullivan Center and for the Family Aquatic Center. We also had a good year at the Lakeview Fitness Center, showing a small surplus, which I know Mark will be giving you some details, so we were very happy at seeing that information. Once again, these figures are all unaudited, so there could be some change or some invoices still coming in that would be applied against these balances. We'll be starting the audit field work in July for fiscal 2016. And just for our staff, once again, we just want to say a fond farewell to Marty Walsh, who we just had a going away for. He will definitely be missed. We're just closing, accepting applications for replacing his position as recreation supervisor, and we'll be start interviewing for that position in about 2 weeks. And that's all I have for this evening.
Any questions for Marla? Thank you, Marla. Next item on the agenda is Recreation Superintendent Tom Ritter.
Good evening. I like this setting, much less formal. For I don't know how many years in a row now, I just want to thank the fishing club, Libertyville Fishing Club. We had a great kids fishing day this past Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago, the 11th of June. About 60 kids turned out. It was a very hot day. And the two biggest fish caught that day were both by 5-year-olds, a 15-inch and a 17.5-inch largemouth bass. So healthy fish in the lake, nice to know. Camp and the Aquatic Center are in full swing. Everybody's been extremely busy. Love having all the activity at the Sullivan Center this time of year and at all the campsites. As of the 15th of June, the Aquatic Center is on about the same pace as last year, which wasn't great, but our daily admissions are ahead of pace. We've had, as Tom Skilling said, we're 5 or 10 degrees above last year at the same time. We've got a little bit warmer summer, so hopefully we'll see a little spike in pass sales as well before people stop buying passes and it gets too late in the season. But a few events coming up. This weekend is our family camp out at the Aquatic Center. That's Saturday night and Sunday, the 25th and 6th. We have 57 families registered. We usually get a few walk-ups. We'll probably end up at that 60 to 65 range by the time we get there. So it's probably about 250 people. One of my favorite events, we have a campfire. We cook s'mores. It's amazing how many people don't know what s'mores are. So they get their first experience with us cooking a s'more. We have a movie on a big screen, open swimming for everybody there. And Bobo's in the morning serves up a nice breakfast. And we have a bunch of other side items and coffee and just a nice little away without getting away. I'm going to skip around because tomorrow night is also our first movie in the park. For anyone here who doesn't know that, tomorrow night at dusk, which is pretty late this time of year, probably 8:30 range, we'll be showing Minions at the north end of the park over by the Warrington entrance for our first movie in the park. It's free. We'll have a few snacks to purchase, and we'll be doing those each month. And next month's movie will be on July 29th. It's also a Friday, and we'll be featuring the movie Inside Out. We will again be having our hole-in-one competition at Summer Celebration. So anyone who's at Summer Celebration in mid-July will see our tent set up right along the lake. If people want to take a swing at some wiffle balls and try and get it on the green in the lake. We'll be giving prizes away for that again. August 5th, it seems like that's far away, but it's really not. It's about 6 weeks away. Will be our Summer Splash, our annual pool party at the Aquatic Center from 5:30 to 8. Tickets will be available in early July. They're not available yet. They're $2. And we also have duck races, which is the highlight of the event. Buying a duck for $1 or 6 for $5. We throw them down the slide, they go around the lazy river, and we give out a whole slew of prizes to all the winning ducks. A to Z Entertainment will be providing the DJ and dancers, which is also a big hit, inflatable games, water games, and bobos. So it's $5 for the summer splash. So again, you can, day of is $5. So I encourage everyone to get their tickets in July when they become available. Non-residents are welcome to attend that event. One more special event, a new one. July 23rd, it's a Saturday night at the Aquatic Center. We'll be doing a flick and float. I'm sure some people have had experience with those in the past. Basically, it's a movie in the pool on a big screen. And we'll be showing the SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water movie that night. It's $4 admission. The pool closes a little bit early, and we reopen the doors at 7:30 for the movie. Children 3 and under are free. Just one highlight of our camp, something we started doing 2 years ago. Our Summer of Service SOS camp works with Bernie's Book Bank in Lake Forest. And we do a book drive from July 5th, pretty much through the month. And we have collection bins throughout the district and at the park sites, the campsites. And we keep shooting for 10,000 books. We've got about 7,000 collected each of the last 2 years. So if anyone has any books they're trying to repurpose, we'd love to see those books. They do need to be children's books. That is the only requirement of Bernie's. But in July, feel free to drop them off at the Sullivan Center or any campsite. And finally, our Hawthorne After School program going into year number 2 this fall. North Campus is full in the mornings. There are limited openings at North Campus in the afternoon. And it's the reverse at Elementary South on the South Campus. There are a few morning openings and the afternoon is full. But if anyone's interested in that program or needing that child care service, I'd encourage them to get on the waiting list or register as soon as possible. And that's my report for this evening.
Any questions for Tom? Commissioner Blue?
Yeah, Tom, you were talking about the pool and the season pass income. Just looking at your numbers, seem to be decreasing every year. Is there a general disinterest in our pool, or?
No, our survey results come back positive still. As we've talked about before, we've had some poor weather years, and that does happen. And at some point, you hope the spike reverses when the weather gets better. I think you might have been the one who said the same thing. Not even if it's a good summer, that doesn't mean anything because people are out of the habit of a pool pass. But if we have a nice summer like we're having right now, and the daily sales continue to do well, hopefully that will trigger to people, I should have just bought a pass and get back in that habit in the future. So, no, I haven't had negative feedback about fees or any amenities or cleanliness to say there's something to correct. So,
are the daily admissions, I see they're up a little, but do you foresee that happening the rest of the summer?
I would say yes, if that one's the most fluid, of course. But if we continue to have this summer, which it's supposed to be a warmer, drier summer, I think we'll be ahead of pace. Now, last year was very cool all the way through the 4th of July, which is abnormal. But when we hit mid-July through August, it was hot and dry, and our daily admissions spiked significantly and had a very good finish. We're on a better pace right now. I don't know if we'll see where that ends up this year. I feel confident with daily admissions, not as much with season passes. If we have a good summer, I think next year's passes would be good.
Are we still doing a lot of non-park district camps that come
Yes.
in and rent the facility out for a day or whatever it is? Or?
Yeah, we do direct market to, I would just say, loosely speaking, Lake County park districts and camps to come to our facility, and we have a lot of groups that come in. And they come in the daytime, weekdays, which is less crowded than a weekend, so it's not too disruptive to our residents. But I'll be honest and selfish about it, it does generate significant revenue.
Right.
It's a great thing for us to bring these groups in during the day. So, and honestly, if there's a day that has borderline weather, should we open, shouldn't we open? When you got $3,000 worth of groups coming, open, and then the residents get the benefit of being open as well. You know, it helps spark us to keep open.
Okay. Thank you.
So, yeah.
Flick and float. I thought I knew what it was, and then you described it, and the screen's not floating. The people are floating, watching the screen.
You said
Correct.
You
I
said
did
the
say-
screen was in the pool.
You said the screen. You
I
said the
kinda
screen. It was
said
like
that. I didn't know if anyone caught that.
You
Is that
know-
on camera? No, you're right. It's the same movie screen that we use for our movies in the park.
Right.
A very large screen is on the shoreline, and you float in the water or stand in the water and watch the movie. Yes.
Do you have to be a member of the pool to go? Is it open general admission?
General admission.
If you're a member of the pool, do you get in free versus, or
No.
do you have to pay?
Separate
So it's a
amenity.
totally separate event.
Yep.
Anybody can come.
Yep.
Perfect.
What are we using it for tubes? The slide tubes? Or can people float on?
I'll have to find that question and bring it to the next meeting. Oh no, is it before? I don't know the answer to that right now.
All right.
Good question.
So it's flicked
July
out.
23 would be.
But yeah,
So this is in the evening.
this is in the evening. Yeah, we normally
Is there
close
any-
at 8. I think we were closing at 7 so that we can clear out and reopen at 7:30.
So as far as like lifeguards and lighting and things like that, is that anything?
That'll all the guards will be there as needed. Lighting will be there, but obviously we'd like to reduce lighting so the movie's well seen. If you know, being the first one, we'll be testing with that to get
Have
it just
other
right.
park districts done this kind of thing?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We had done it in the past. I'm going back 15 years or so. We just did it on occasion, and the turnout wasn't real strong. But we didn't have a quality screen either, so we just wanted to bring it back. And we have a nice projector. We have a nice screen. I just think it's worth bringing it back again.
I'm just gonna, I'm just thinking it lifeguard wise. You know, you have a bunch of floaty tubes in there if that's what we use, and a lot of people, if one kid goes and the visibility for a lifeguard to be able to see, is that, I don't want to be a downer, but it's just a
Which is
concern I
partly
have.
why I didn't answer exactly how we're going to do that, because I want to make sure with the aquatic supervisor what meets those what's
Okay.
acceptable, what's not acceptable because of sight lines. You're exactly right.
Okay.
So we will definitely address that as a priority.
Oh, guards in the water
Has to be
maybe?
in the water.
Yeah, there will. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Good question.
Paderma probably
Yeah, we can
has
check with
handled
Paderma
this
too if they have any
before,
advice.
because other park districts do it.
Right, I'm sure, I'm just,
Yeah.
thank you.
No, good questions.
All right, next on the agenda, Park Superintendent James Kim.
Good evening. First off, I just want to thank my staff for the lacrosse tournament for setting up and taking down. I don't think you could even tell that there was a tournament here.
Nope, that's great.
So I just want to thank them first and foremost. Secondly, Mancuff Industries is doing our fuel tank remediation over at our old maintenance shop. The report was sent to us. I've reviewed it, signed off, and sent it to the EPA. And they have 4 to 6 weeks to give us some kind of recommendation, some kind of plan. Just reading it, the levels seem just the same at the 3 bore locations. So their engineers have been talking with our caseworker down there. So he is aware of what's coming to him. So hopefully that speeds up the process a little bit. We're replacing trees right now, lots and lots of trees. So if you see them around, they're good for the parks. And if you have any questions, please give us a call. Family Aquatic Center, we are looking to redo the pump house. Those plans were submitted to IDPH. I signed off on them last week and mailed them out. Rich Clark, who's heading the project, he is on an approved list, so we hope that we get a quicker response because he knows the process very well. And we hope to have some kind of bid announcement out early July, and the construction will begin right after the pool closes. For the Sullivan Community Center project, for all contractors, please contact WB Olson for any questions about the bid, and the bids are due next Wednesday. And rooftop units were replaced at Lakeview, so that completes a lot of those, and that completes my report. If there's any questions?
Any questions for James?
I have one question. You had mentioned, James, that there was no change in the fuel tank levels. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, for the 3 soil
Is that
boring.
good or bad?
It depends on what their acceptable levels are for those types of chemicals in the soil. They may ask for another boring. They may say we've satisfied their requirements. Maybe they were curious on how far it really was, and they weren't really worried about the levels. That's something they'll have to
So they'll
keep us
get
in
back to
writing.
us in 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Commissioner
I
Kessler.
just have a quick comment. Just walking around the parks and seeing the lines that you have for the lacrosse fields and the baseball fields, I think you guys do a great job. It just looks really sharp out there. So nice job on that.
Next item on the agenda, Communications Manager, Cheryl Buhlman.
Oh, it's the first time I heard that. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. First, I wanted to thank the board and Jeff for creating or for approving the marketing coordinator position. Casey Reinhardt has been a tremendous help, very professional, very quick. At the same time, these past few weeks, we've been able to create the fall brochure or the second draft, annual report, and every summer event has promotional posters already done. Cassidy It's really been great for us, and we have so many great things we want to do together, so I appreciate that. With the fall brochure, we're in the second draft of it. I wanted to thank our advertisers. We have Shotokan Karate, Allstate, Bella's Bouncies, Buffalo Wild Wings, MB Financial Bank, Baxter Credit Union, and You Kids Island. They're all paid advertisers, and our fall brochure is coming out at the end of July. I did include just a little bit about our website for the Google Analytics. A couple months ago, we were kind of looking at the curve or the behavior of people. So I did see this month the exact behaviors we saw a year ago, where it really increased with our Family Aquatic Center and our users. So it is following suit from last year also, and I'll keep reporting on that as time goes on. Jeff spoke about our Kids Castle Volunteer Day. I did have it advertised as 9 to 3. I just changed our website 8 to 1, so hopefully people will see that. Cindy, July 4th parade. Bubble machine is on site. It's in the Park District building. I think Jack, our intern, is going to try it out prior.
Oh,
Yep.
sounds like a good intern
It's gonna
project.
work for the park staff. Yep.
So it's
Due in tomorrow.
Yeah, I know it's coming. I heard it's coming, and
Yep.
we're going to try
You're
it
gonna
out.
hook your bike up.
We're going to try it out before the parade, so that's for you. Rib Fest, we've begun to promote Rib Fest. We're going to really increase it in the next few weeks. We do have some, it's on our website. It's been sent to the media, and then we'll start working with our crew. And really, we've already had one meeting about it, but we'll start getting that off the floor for that. And surprise to Mark, but I know Jim wants this too. We also have all the photos ready to go, getting printed in frames for the Lakeview lobby. We'll finish that project off next week.
That's what you actually.
Yeah, for everybody. I never finished the goals. Oh, yeah. And that's my report for the night.
Any other questions for Cheryl? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We'll move to Lakeview. Mark Purcell.
Good evening. About 2.5 weeks ago, we had our second Mighty Kids Triathlon, which was a big success. We had 164 racers. We had a lot of people kind of wait the last minute to sign up, but we were able to accommodate everyone. It went very well. So Lacey Velasquez was her first year running it, did a really nice job. She also got a lot of feedback from the volunteers that worked it to improve it for next year. And I think it'll be probably hit 200 next year and do a real nice job. As Marla alluded to, 2015-16 was a pretty good year financially for Lakeview. We were about 121,000 ahead of budget, but as she said, that number's probably going to come down a little bit because I'm still getting some invoices for utilities and some other things. So, the audited number will likely be lower, but not significantly. So it's still a very good year. And lastly, our shutdown is coming up in August in about 2 months. The building itself will close for about 5 days for cleaning, the 22nd, the 26th of August. We're hoping to reopen. We're promoting it through September 2nd, but if everything goes well with the pool repairs, we'll probably have the pool open a couple of days earlier, hopefully by the 30th or the 31st, so that our members can get in the pool. But again, Mundelein Park District is kind enough to let us use our members use their facility. And as a flip side, their members are coming to use our facility in the middle of July because they're going through their shutdown then. So it's a good reciprocal agreement. And that's my report.
Any questions for Mark? Next item on the agenda is board correspondence. As we have none this evening, we will move to unfinished business. Committee liaison assignments. As newly appointed or newly elected president, I would like to appoint myself, Commissioner Dorhofer, and Commissioner Ballou to the Park District Village Liaison. And I would like to appoint Commissioner Kessler to the Hawthorne School District 73. Bruce, do you have any desire at all to be on the Recreation Committee? Didn't think so.
No.
So, that being said, we are going to be deleting the commissioner off the Recreation Committee. It's done on meeting nights that we are there, so if our presence is necessary, we can always send somebody there. But I don't think we need to appoint somebody to sit in the whole meeting for the one or twice that they're needed. So, next item on the agenda is new business prevailing wage ordinance. Could I have a motion to approve the prevailing wage ordinance 4-16?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Baloo,
Yes.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes. Next item on the agenda is the W.W. Granger invoice payable. Could I have a motion to approve the W.W. Granger invoice payable in the amount of $201.24?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Baloo,
If we must, yes.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Abstain. Last item on the agenda, Commissioner comments. Commissioner Blue.
No, just thanks everyone for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the hot dogs. And come to one of our regular meetings. You'll enjoy them. They're thrilled.
Commissioner Robbins.
Nothing this evening.
Commissioner Kessler.
Again, thank you all for coming out, and appreciate talking to you guys. And if you ever need anything, let us know.
And finally, echo everyone's sentiments. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for bearing the wind and the... What's the matter?
We all missed the prevailing wage approval. We wanted to make sure it wasn't skipped.
It was
It was done.
That
We
was
were
really
chatting,
good.
or something. We all were like, did it happen?
Pay
Sorry.
attention.
Just making sure. Sorry.
Sorry to wake you during our meeting.
We'll get paid, Tom.
You've given your report. Just go back to sleep.
All of us. All guilty.
Thank you for coming out in the wind and the rain, everything going around to take the video of this. Really, truly appreciate it. Thank you all for coming. You are welcome anytime. We won't serve hot dogs, but you can bring your own. And that's it. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
Commissioner Baloo,
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes, we are adjourned.
Oh, can we find another?